Good day, dear friends, and welcome to the next chapter of Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism explained using the science of the stars. Aquarius Rising is a book over 4,000 years in the making. The rights of others are both recognized and supported. Others are free to follow their own cultural and religious path. This work does not advocate forcing anyone to do or follow anything. It is not an attack on any individual or institution. Religion is in the public domain, though. It must necessarily expect an examination of its customs, rituals, holy days, and doctrines. If you are new here, these individual chapters explain stories and festivals of the New and Old Testament from the astro-theology perspective. If you're unfamiliar with this, I suggest you either read Aquarius Rising, Introduction through Chapter 7, or watch the associated videos to develop a foundational understanding before proceeding with the stories and festival chapters. I hope this work will aid you in your spiritual journey.
Aquarius Rising, can there be ethics or morals without Christianity or organized religion? According to current cultural understanding, ethics leans towards decisions based upon individual character, and the more subjective understanding of right and wrong by individuals, whereas morals emphasizes the widely shared communal or societal norms about right and wrong. At this point, after going through Aquarius Rising and discovering the astronomical foundations for the Bible, both the New and Old Testament, some readers may be experiencing a sense of uneasiness. You still want eternal happiness. You want to go to heaven. The old period has been exposed. What is next? Does all religion stem from the minds of creative people and spread through the use of mythology and storytelling? Without faith, on what do we predicate our values? Are all values a result of power politics or some transcendent value? After all, people cannot create their own values, right? What do you replace tradition with? They lament, what about death? I still want the promise of heaven and eternal bliss. These are two issues, the perceived separation we call death and the absence of morals in light of the destruction of institutional religion. Let us deal first with the question of morals. A leader is said to give articulation to the imagination of the people. This is precisely what we have been doing over the millennia. It is likely what we will continue to do in the coming millennia. Christians may argue that without religious faith, moral precepts will vanish. Only the wise principles issued from the mouth of Jesus Christ, that he spake as never man spake, John 7:46, are spiritual and holy. The assertion is that moral precepts cannot be found in the writing of other ages before the Christian era. This is simply not true. Even the Golden Rule, which Christian writers have erroneously ascribed to Jesus Christ as the author. Humans can have moral teachings without current religious tradition. Consider the following. First, the Golden Rule was taught by Confucius, 500 BCE. Do unto another what you would have him do unto you, and do not to another what you would not have him do unto you. You need this law along. It is the foundation of all the rest. Second, the Golden Rule by Aristotle, 385 BCE. We should conduct ourselves toward others as we would have them act toward us. Third, the Golden Rule by Pittacus, 650 BCE. Do not to your neighbor what you would take ill from him. Fourth, the Golden Rule by Thales, 464 BCE. Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. Fifth, the Golden Rule by Isocrates, 338 BCE. Act toward others as you desire them to act toward you. Sixth, Golden Rule by Aristippus, 365 BCE. Cherish reciprocal benevolence, which will make you as anxious for another's welfare as your own. Seventh, the Golden Rule by Sextus, a Pythagorean, 406 BCE. What you wish your neighbors to be to you, such be also to them. Eighth, the Golden Rule by Hillel, 50 BCE. Do not to others what you would not like others to do to you. These are the golden rule by 8 pre-Christians long before it was repurposed by /for Jesus. This proves moral precepts need not come from the transcendent and that the human brain can originate ethical principles. The golden rule stems from the most natural sentiments. Would I like to be treated like this? Is an intuitive moral feeling emanating from the human mind. Still not convinced morality stems from the human mind? How about something more challenging, loving your enemies, also erroneously credited to Jesus Christ as the author? First, from the Old Persian Bible, the satyr says, "Forgive thy foes, nor that alone, their evil deeds with good repay, fill those with joy who leave the none, and kiss the hand upraised to slay." Second, Publius Syrus, a Roman slave said, "Treat your enemy as though a friend, and he will become thy friend. And pardon the offense of others, but never your own." Third, Laws of Menu state, "Let no man be offended with those who are angry at him but repay gently those who curse him." Fourth, from Diogenes we hear, "To be revenged on enemies, become more virtuous." Fifth, Confucius in China declared, "Desire not the death of your enemy." Sixth, Sextus said, "Endure all things if you would serve God." Seventh, Pittacus instructs, "Speak evil of no one, not even your enemies." Seneca counsels, "An enemy should not be hated but cured." There are hundreds of examples like these that cover nearly all forms and duties of life. They espouse the same lofty moral sentiment as those quoted above. It is conceit that motivates today's monotheists to proclaim superiority over all others. The biblical stories consist of 2 parts. Some stories have been taken from star moments presented in allegory form. The moral aspects of these stories have been taken from prehistory, copied, and pasted. The moral precepts begin and end in the mind of humankind. It is all a matter of what we choose to focus on, teach and live by. What matters is our own spiritual awareness, which eventually emanates into the group consciousness consensus. It's the way it has always been and always will be.
The information in this video was taken from Aquarius Rising, Christianity and Judaism Explained Using the Science of the Stars by Rico Rojo. Aquarius Rising pulls data from over 4,000 years and numerous books and manuscripts and presents it in an easily digestible form for the modern reader. Aquarius Rising is available on your local Amazon in both print and Kindle. If you found this information useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.